this episode of Dungeon Masters New York. I'm Gabe, and today on DM Homebrew, we're going to be talking about something that I love, which is the push rule for rolls. The push rule is basically what happens is, it's a throwback to a rule, I believe it's in Call of Cthulhu now, which I saw on WebDM they were talking about, and I kind of gave me the idea, but I had already remembered it previously from another lifetime, from a game called CeeLo, which was an old gambling game that you'd play, and you'd roll 3 dice, and basically the 2 side dice were, whatever those 2 dice, if they were the same number, the middle number was your number. So say someone rolled 2 6s and a 2, the 2 was the number. So say 2 people rolled a 2, or 2 people rolled the same number, and it's like a face-off, they would push. So in a push, then they would put more money in the pot, and then based on that, they would roll again, and then if it pushed again, more money, etc., etc. Keep doubling until someone actually won. So it makes the odds higher, the win is juicier, and the loss is more painful for the loser, which is a great idea to bring into Dungeons & Dragons. If you want to start bringing in homebrew rules, this is a really cool one to do with your players. Of course, have them vote on it first, don't just throw this at them, but what you could do is have it where in combat, or make a certain stipulation if you want. You wouldn't want them just doing this all the time, or maybe once every game, or once every 24 hours, or once every long rest. The players can re-roll one roll as a push. So say they fail a check, it's like a DC 15, they roll a 12, but they're like, oh, I really want to, I really want to pick this lock, or I really want to jump over this crevice. So what you would do is they roll, they don't roll well, so they're like, oh, I want to push that roll, so you let them re-roll it, and they re-roll it not at advantage or disadvantage, they just roll it regular. But when they roll it, if they fail that check again, regardless of what they fail it by, it's automatically a critical failure. Like, it's automatically a 1, even though, say it's a 15 DC and they get a 14, automatic 1 failure. So then they're going to suffer some extreme consequences for pushing that roll. Say it was jumping across a crevasse, and, you failed it at first, so maybe you would have just fell and took a little bit of bludgeoning damage when you fell to the bottom and, lived. But you really wanted to make it, or you're trying to jump to that, that train that's escaping in your steampunk game. You're trying to run, escape, and get on that train, but you fail the roll. So instead of just falling on your face, and you fail that roll twice, and you get that critical failure, now you fall and somehow get mangled by the train, perhaps, or you fall and you hit like a branch and get impaled on the way down to that crevasse. And you have to have some serious consequences for when they push a roll and fail, and likewise for when they push the roll and they get it, then you're going to have to definitely reward them in kind and, give them what they got, but maybe even give them a little more. Make it as if it was a 20, that they got, or make it, make it a good result. I'm not saying give them a critical hit 20 for the result, but, you could juice it up a little bit since they took that risk and they went the extra way, and it adds a little bit more high stakes kind of that gambling adrenaline to the game. If you've ever gone to Vegas or Atlantic City and gambled a little bit, you get that excitement of like, oh, are we, should I do it? And then you try because you really want that payoff, but you fail. So, I think that it's a really cool thing you can institute in your game, as long as your players are on board with it and they think it's cool. I think it's great. So put some push rolls in your game and watch everybody just, freak out or celebrate victory, or a little bit of both. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to us and check us out on Patreon. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.